Do you want to know why your delivery time in Europe is switching daily almost, or 2 or 3 times a week? We will talk about this issue today. I got some information here which I would like to share with you. So if you're new to my channel, do consider subscribing. I would really appreciate that. And we start right into today's video. So delivery times are switching many times, and I have not heard about this issue in the United States at this extreme level like in Europe. The same thing is not happening in China. Of course, delivery times can occasionally change. That is no surprise and nothing to worry about. But what is happening in Europe is that people are actually getting estimations of their delivery times 2 times a week, sometimes even more often. And this is making a lot of people very mad, because they say, why is it changing so many times? So I received information that daily at 3 p.m. in European time frame here, the app is updated. So you kind of get like a new delivery estimate. Again, it is an estimation, no confirmation. But this entire changing every time is really confusing people that are waiting for their Tesla. So what is actually happening here? It is happening that in the back, the AI is using a lot of information to give you, kind of like a delivery time that you can work with. But the issue is that this entire update that the algorithm is using here is actually not really working for the European market. The information that are taken here are actually not perfectly fitting with the information that should be connected to the European market. So in other words, if you're in the United States and you're China and other markets, you don't see that issue. But in Europe, we do see that. And that is very annoying. And so it seems like the main issue here is that the software itself is working, but the information the AI is taking are actually not comparable with what they need to take for European customers. So in this case, you see now why this entire back and forward with delivery times is happening. Of course, I cannot confirm if this is 100% correct, but this is the first explanation I received from somebody working for Tesla. This is pretty much for the European market nonsense. It doesn't really work out. So this is just an update for you. I hope this is helping you. We continue with the supply chain. So for the supply chain, we see price increases by 7 to 20%. Now you're wondering, why am I taking here Ford as an example? So Ford is pretty much seeing this increase in the supply chain. Again, this doesn't mean that Tesla will receive the same price increases of 7 to 20%. That is not proven that this will happen. But again, there is some pressure for everybody in the industry. On the other hand, Tesla is really hardly working on, and this as well with this building here, to reduce the cost. So they kind of can handle this staying at the same margin despite maybe small price increases. Now I want to talk about the cathode supply chain as well. Redwood Materials shared that on their Twitter account. And maybe you have seen this graphic before, but just to understand why Tesla is building a cathode factory or building in Austin, it is to reduce all this, what you see here, all this crazy supply chain all over the world, just to do that in the United States. So I really hope that they are going to do the same thing, the same building in Giga Berlin or at a second factory in Europe, which would make a lot of sense, especially as Tesla could reduce the dependency on China and as well reduce the way how the entire battery supply chain is working. Again, this is also a way to again reduce the cost, and this is something that Tesla has been working on since Tesla is actually starting to build cars. And we will see the effect not today, but maybe in 1 or 2 years, we will see the effect of this strategy. Furthermore, I like to talk about other news as we are looking into the so-called demand issue. So now, of course, Tesla is a new company if you compare that to Ford and GM. And it is easier to increase the sales based on the level where Tesla is right now. But on the other hand, GM and Ford are declining, and that not since Corona, already since 2016. So this is a clear path Ford is taking here, even though in 2021 they were slightly decreasing the decrease, but this is not helping to offset the trend here. For Tesla, it is going way up in 2022. We know it's going to be close to 1.4 million cars. And furthermore, Tesla is expanding the factory here in Austin. Again, it's going to be increased by another 500,000 square feet in Austin. So that is exciting. We see it is just the beginning that Tesla is working on here in Austin, and we can expect more exciting expansions happening here. Elon Musk actually said they're going to concentrate on making this factory profitable first, and then adding more green areas and more exciting stuff over there. Then when we talk about price reduction, the question is, why are other car brands so afraid about that? And we take the example of BYD. We see the net income, and the net income is not big. And of course, you can have other car makers that have a bigger net income. But again, close to nobody is coming to the net income Tesla has when it comes to percentage. And so we can actually say, if there's any price reduction, Tesla would push or make even more pressure on other car makers. Now in Q3, we can expect 330 to 350,000 deliveries. It's going to be another record quarter again. This shouldn't be any surprise. It should be a goal to break this record of 310,000. As Austin and Giga Berlin are producing now more and more cars, it should be out of a question. We are even looking at some experts saying that by the end of the year in Q4, we could see 500,000 cars. Looking into this discussion about price reduction, it seems like Tesla, potential Tesla customers are actually in China waiting for price reduction. This could explain why delivery times are shortening that fast, because people are not stopping to be interested in Tesla. They just wait for price reduction because they don't want to be the people that are ordering a Tesla car and 2 weeks later the price reduction is coming. So something will be happening over there very soon. I'm very, very confident that some kind of reduction of prices might happen in China to create new demand. There's no demand issue in general. The people are just waiting because they know it could happen very soon. So if you do enjoy my context and my entire explanations here as a German citizen, please do consider subscribing. I would really appreciate that, so you kind of get a perspective as a European how we look at Tesla. Thank you very much.